Guess what? I did make a recording of this, so yeah, and I also took a picture of this, so I probably could see it sooner or later. But anyways, um, wait, I have her. She has two tails. All right, I guess. All right. Well, anyways, where? Oh yeah, right. So, I was leveling up Bennett, right? Oh, let me get over to Bennett. Oh, that's not Bennett. So I'm gonna write the visions at the top left. All right. I got into level 80 from level 70. Then once I did that, I unlocked a blue fate. Or blue wish. Right here. So, I used it. Nothing came of it important. More like the bow. Right? Then I got over here, and then I leveled up from doing this, right? From using 150 resin to collect, items, which is what I did to collect, but it's, boss items. Anyways, I got this. With that being said, I used it, and guess who I got? You're right. If you guessed Charlotte, you're right. I tried to look what she was reading. Didn't quite get a good look. So it's like a building. She reading her own newspaper? Nah, what? Okay, well anyways. Pocket Grimoire. Whenever I decided to go ahead and give her a weapon, something I realized, I did not have a level 60 Pocket Grimoire, so that might be something we're going to be doing tonight. Also, I have no idea what this person does. All I know is that she takes pictures as one of her one of her attacks. I haven't really tried her, so I have not really good idea what she does. You know what? I guess I could try her. All right, let's see it.
Nearer to the action.
Okay.
Hold that pose.
So, what does this do? Other than allows you to take and keep photos? Oh, look at that. That's actually kind of cool. Hold on. Shame it only has a 3 attack thing. Anyway, like a 3 attack combo. Okay. Attack or hold. Oh, actually, hold on. Is it like a luck thing? Or am I like actually doing something to make that little sword attack thing happen? Alright, hold on, I'll be right back. Hello, I am back. So, cool stuff. Good news. Came back. I am able to be fed. Is it like every fourth attack that's going on? 1, 2. No. Hold on, I should look over at her talents to figure that out. First person shutter. After activating the special analysis zoom lens, what? Charlotte's framing freezing point composition hold mode cannot trigger its original effects, but instead enables it to take photos in a rather unique manner. What is the what? So, what is going on? What did I miss? Oh yeah, she needs to get to Ascension Phase 4. Yeah, that's like quite a while. Oh yeah, that is definitely quite a while. Though it definitely does have some benefits, aka, well, 2 blue wishes if we get there to level 70. Okay. Never mind, this is not as good. Okay. Hold mode cannot trigger its original effects. Okay. So what happens? I do this.
Smile. Say cheese. Hold that pose.
Okay, I don't know. I still don't know. Oh, Bennett does make some pretty good mac and cheese. Maybe you should be the cook instead of me. Plus, it gives us more time to stream, so I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely gonna ask him first, but you know. Where are we supposed to go? Wait, hold on. I need to try something. Timmy, your birds are gone, then. What are you doing? You're scaring the pressures away. They'll be back. Okay, you do not need to go ahead and trauma jump me, okay? Yeah, no, Bennett makes some delicious mac and cheese. I'm serious. It's either that or it's the Kraft mac and cheese thing. As long as you love the world? You don't love the world, buddy. I'm sorry. Are you the person saving it? No. That's what I thought.
Smile.
Now, hopefully this means you will never be able to move ever again. Please, please stop breathing. You keep on breathing. You're still standing. Yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba. That's so sad. Anyways. Okay. You know, I think I figured out why I wanted to go ahead and max out Noelle so badly. I mean, you could see, like, one of the few weapons I actually have level 90. Other than razors, aethers, this weapon. Well, yeah. But we need to get this one weapon. This is a messenger. It sends a message. But anyways. Okay. Actually, question: do we have Bano at max level? Nope. She is at level 70. Okay, so we have quite a bit of work to do for her. 12 plus 24, so 36. 36 more of those little treasure hoard things. I don't know. Anyways. Quite a bit of that to do. I don't know. Bennett has Beto. I think for him, she's level 80. So, either level 80 or level 70. So I think we should try to beat him, you know what I mean?
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Not too leader shade, or not too less shade. Okay, I don't know even what to do. Alright, so that's gonna be the hardest part. You know what, we can get one of that parts done, one of those parts done. Alright. 12 and then 20,
If you ever
okay.
want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
28 more. Okay, so we are not gonna even get that part done today. Never mind. Ow! Nah. Oh wait, we legit have a catalyst user. That did nothing! Are you serious?
Say cheese. Headline. Stay.
Oh,
Needs a headline.
okay. Right, what? Okay. And I guess that works. I don't know. Almost halfway. And we should be closing in a second. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Don't try to hide it from me. Why are you going out of the stage, bro? No! Ah, no! Okay, no. Okay. Come on, quickly. Okay, excuse me for my temper. I'm sad. Okay. Time to murder you. For real this time. Never mind. Okay. Alright, we gotta run. And then we got to attack. Alright. Aha! There we go. Even after that sacrifice. We only got 2 months. Oof. RIP to us. But anyways. Okay. Level 40. Alright, well, you know what, we should probably do that, considering, you know, she's on our team. Actually, not right now, considering, you know, she's really low level. Is this like a boss I've never heard of? Yep, it very much so is. Okay. I have no idea how to deal with these. So Charlotte, I'm sorry, this might be your birthday, I have no idea. Alright, there we go.
Smile.
So...
Hold that pose.
come on. You know what, even if I save, will it do anything? No. This is a completely useless... not completely useless. Elemental skill. With no payment. Or payout. Okay, so she is not gonna be on my team, that is for sure. At least not in the perceivable future. I mean, what? Actually, you know what? Maybe she can get her elemental burst and let's see what she can do. Because so far, what she's been able to do has been finicky at best. Alright, so, lesson learned, she ain't gonna be part of my team. Not gonna lie, I have not really done this kind of treatment to any of my other characters. I mean, I've done this to, Sino. He's a pretty good part of a team, but, not quite up to par with the rest of my characters.
I guess the housework can wait.
And I've also done it with Toma. Not quite. I do like his slide style. Like, look at that. Do you see how cool that looks? If I wanted to, I could try to make an edit about Toma. You know what I mean? I'm probably not. But I could definitely try. So, Toma. No.
What's wrong?
No, I did not go. Not really mistake. Alright. Don't know, is that supposed to be some kind of counterattack? Not sure. Why am I trying out new characters, bro? Hello, Zathos. Oh yeah, she still has the basic sword, doesn't she?
I will protect.
She is definitely the best shielder I have. Like, yeah.
Someone needs assistance.
Experimental field generator. So we have a field, not trimmer, field tiller, and then field generator. Okay.
Steady as stone.
Okay, so I didn't even get to see it. A large and out-of-control Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering device. During combat, able channel OUCA energy to unleash a gravity reduction field. The characters within this field can jump significantly higher. When this device is in the state, the gravity reduction field will shut down. Its core is inhabilitated. Or what? Ah! So all I heard was just makes giant field. You're able to jump higher. Can't tell why that's a necessarily bad idea. Or why that's a bad. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Ow. See, that's a good thing. Look at that. Oh, no, but I may or may not have ever fought you ever in my life. Uh-oh. Come on.
Windblade. As a good knight should.
No. Okay.
Leave it all to me.
Here you are.
Man, that shield is doing wonders. How many times do we need to get this one boss material to get Charlotte to max level? I don't know. Nope. Nope, here we are. What? Oh, man. Are you serious, man? In total, 46
Steady as stone.
boss items. Okay, maybe her skill isn't completely useless, but pretty bad. At least for combat. I mean, I like the uniqueness, but like, It's neither really more of a support character nor an attacking character.
What a drag.
Leave it all to me.
I mean, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't go so far as to say that she is terrible, but not the best. But finally, you know what I mean? Like, an actually unique character. Or not character, a finally unique boss. Pretty unique. That's a whole new gameplay feature of lower gravity for one attack. Respect it. Don't do it too many times, it's gonna overcomplicate it. But I do like that sort of thing. Ow! That hurt. Okay, that hurt. Oh, okay.
Steady as stone.
With the wind!
Oh, no. You ain't gonna take Alhaitham's life. That did 0 damage? If I was able to pull out Alhaitham one more time, without having him, like, almost dead, or almost dying. Hey, Bennett. What's up? Okay, good news, I'm actually able to pull it off. And he pulled it off! It's the new boss for Charlotte. I honestly don't know why I'm doing all this for Charlotte. I guess I don't know. What? Fair point, but I never want to do this for any other character. Bennett. Thank you for your awesome mac and cheese, bro. It is so good.
Do you know how?
You watch the instructions and instead of... Hmm?
Because I already knew the instructions. I didn't know how much heavy was being. So I had to walk.
Oh, man.
Like, not a lot. Like, mid.
Alright. Well, a conch-like structure that gives off a faint glow, despite the name, it is not a shell, but something it does from pure elemental energy. Celestia
Do we know
plane.
something?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. On the event, I got 210 seconds exactly.
Good job.
Whenever I destroyed every single one. Do you know how? I didn't do that on purpose. Do you know why?
Wait.
Because the red team captured all the spots, but I was an underdog, and I captured
Whatever.
I only had my home base left, just so you know. I captured my other base, the other flag, the second to last one to get the home base, and then I destroyed it at 210.
Nice.
I was the underdog.
Don't get main character syndrome, though. It's pretty dangerous.
I already did. See,
No.
I'm joking.
Well, anyways.
Is that 60 miles per hour?
No. Alright, so that's all the resin I have.
No, girl.
Hello, Gracie. What's up, Gracie? What are you trying to do? No. You cannot have my mac and cheese. This is my mac and cheese. This is my mac and cheese. This is my mac and cheese. Yeah, this is my mac and cheese. I'm sorry, you can't have some. It's just human food. But anyways. Alright, well, where exactly is this plane? Because, told me to find it in, like, the region, so, I can't even say them. So if we go over, all the way over, Try to find it in the Celestia Plain. Found in the wild. Celestia Plain. Where is that? Is it like in the water? Might be in the water. Yes. Yes, it very much so is. Okay, so where? Still. Oh, look at all that! Oh. How can you figure out how to do all this, though? You shoot me, I shoot you. Understand it? Oh, alright. Well, anyways. When you find these, shells, however... Yeah, you leave me. Goodbye. Okay, now where do I find... Where? Is this where? Is it... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Okay, so we found 1, 2, 3. We need to find a lot more of this. Okay, so we need to find 3 more conches. Is this like a boss or something? Hello? Ah, chest. Free chest. Oh. Oh, I need to kill you guys for it. Okay. I don't mind. Maybe I do. But I'm excited for the next Archon quest, though. Alright, by the way. Ah! Ooh! Look at that! There we go. Take out. No! No! No, 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 no! 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 Get me out! Okay, good. Okay. No! No! My loot! My beautiful loot. There we go. Alright, now. Go into items. Go over to here. And see. Ah, not even one level. That's so sad. Okay, so, we'll say this does look good on Jean. We'll say. Alright, so, max level, max level, max level, not max level. Let me go ahead and buy 2 of these, Never mind. Alright. So, okay. Not quite there. Lesson learned, I guess. No, are you serious right now? Alright, well. Okay. Okay. Did that do anything? Yes, it did. Yo, let's go. Oh, man. Yo, let's go. Oh, man. Alright. I should level it to level 59. There we go. Oh, alright, we're already halfway there. Now, where is that ceiling? Yep, there's that ceiling. Actually, kind of simple. Like it. Alright. Alright, Sealy. Oh, what the huh? Dang, that is powerful. Alright, there we go. Now, let's go back there, and that should be... Yeah. There we go. Maximum level! Alright, so... Not even maximum level. I should just shut up, man. Yeah, shut up. Alright. Okay, now we ascended that. We ascended that. So... yeah, we wouldn't be liars if only... Okay. Hold on. Come on. No. Stardust exchange. Okay. That should be enough. Well, I mean, for that part. So 3 more of those silver treasure hoarder insignias. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Easy dubs. Nope. And we will have the final ascension on the bow. All right. Okay, so everything is now max ascended for the green and the common. Not quite level 70 per se for both of those. Not quite, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Crescent Pike. So we need 2 more of these to... Yeah. Easy. Alright. Alright, so look at our weapon collection. Just look at that. Look at all that. Just look at that. Just look at all of it. Not gonna lie, all these weapons just give me some inspiration for different D&D weapons I could make. Completely original, but definitely like the style. You know what I mean? Not this bow, not quite. But if you look over at this, the idea that there's a weapon that you get from only doing a specific quest, and that there's not more of, like, that's a one-of-a-kind, that you need to make it better by finding other items
Add
that
Astra.
have a similar effect. I like that idea. And I am, like, getting really rich. Too rich, in fact. I guess Amber, I don't know. I just ruined something, didn't I? Alright, well, you know what? It doesn't matter. Okay, so, the events. Dare I say, we are doing some actual pretty good stuff. Okay, so, the event has definitely been helping us, like, a ton. Oh, hello, Elijah. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Not gonna lie, this Genshin Impact thing has definitely been making me want to go ahead and do some D&D. Call me a nerd if you want, but I am very, very much into art. This is what we shall get. 50,000 Bora, and then the board to something for weapons. Oh, D&D is Dungeons and Dragons. So it's basically this game where there's like dice, right? And then, I mean, it's kind of like a do whatever you want kind of game, right? With that being said, there's a role named the Dungeon Master, right? Guess what? With said Dungeon Master, that Dungeon Master makes up a campaign, which is... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Alright, well. So, yeah, that's basically the gist of it, pretty much. Alright, level 62. Almost 63. I know this is a very low weapon, or low tier weapon. But... want me to show you something pretty cool? If you go over to Archive. Weapon. These are the only common and uncommon weapons. And I have every single rare weapon as well. The only reason why I don't have more of a percent of all of these other weapons is because they keep on adding more weapons. For new characters that get added, or new nations, and, you know, all that, right? With that being said, each time that there's, like, new weapon added, I'm gonna have a smaller and smaller percent. So, yeah, I got quite a bit of work ahead of me to do. And then also, fishing minigame that I don't have. Oh yeah, and the Sword of Dissension. Pretty cool. PlayStation exclusive. I think it's pretty nice. And the sapwood thing. Yeah, I agree. Sapwood actual question. Do I actually even have the recipe for the sapwood thing? I don't know. Oh yeah, this is actually an anime style kind of game. Simple, but intriguing. I can agree. Alright, let me see. Do I have the Nara Nara quest done? Boy, dare I say. Well, not boy, but, you know, dare I say. Aha! Look at all that. I could just buy it. For relatively free. Look at this. Alright, well anyways. Yes, you may help me. By not helping me. Okay, so... What is this? Okay, hold on. Okay, so I don't quite have that yet. That is sad. Very much so sad. You know what I should do? I should probably do the hangout quests. I have quite a bit of those keys, and I have yet to really use them. And by quite a bit, I mean, like, I have all of them. Max. So, what was I gonna do for this weapon? Oh yeah, I was going to go ahead. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Alright, so leveled up once. Yay. Okay, well anyways. Let's do the hangout quests. The Bird Watcher? A quest for a cure. You know what, we could do this. We could do this. Oh, I went the complete opposite direction. My bad. So, yep, alright, so actually, they did actually have a story quest for Chlorian. And if you look over here, I already did it. I actually made an entire stream about that, by the way, so if you want to, you can go ahead and check out the VODs for that, but... anyways. You know, story quest, since we're trying to do a lot of it,
Nor have I.
I am going to spam the dialogue. I don't need to hear it.
We studied. She is several years.
Supposedly. Wait. Chang.
Jiangli did occasionally come back to Chenyu. The last time she visited us, she and Master...
Quarrel? I don't know. I did not witness the argument myself.
Nor did Master ever explain it to me.
Oh.
No.
Paimon never knew you were so...
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
What the... Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
Let's split up.
Words. Alright. If you don't mind, I would want to get this done. Thank you. The final clue.
Trevor,
Okay.
Paimon, come quick.
Yes? Yes, Kaiju?
What is this?
Chung Shung and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
You sense it too? You're right. This is a poison concocted using god remains. Is it? Breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do
Alive.
believe that some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Jialiang ran off...
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient. The mother lode.
This is getting crazier. Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all was headed. Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house. You mean Jialiang? Why would he poison himself? Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting. Huh?
Yeah, let's not say that word in stream, okay?
It was Jiang Li? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiang Li does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery. Yes. According to the origins, so if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jia Liang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Nothing. Concrete.
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time. Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this? Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime. These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
Whoa, what? After a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon.
I think that's exactly what happened between Baizhu and that snake.
Hey! Plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach.
Really? Okay, sign me up. Where's another snake?
Stronger and healthier? Wow, that's amazing! Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
Weak constitution. Okay, so there's this stat in D&D, constitution. No idea what that means. Not even the old dungeon master who is currently training me how to become a new dungeon master knows what that means. You know, in fact, hey Google, what does constitution mean in D&D?
According to Wikipedia, constitution is a term which encompasses the characters disease, toughness, health, and resistance to disease and poison. A high constitution score indicates superiority in all these attributes.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. You know, I have an idea. Poison traps, constitution will save you.
Ugh! Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're Mannequin Man! Changsheng, you're just a pain in the neck!
Oh!
This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
With how antisocial they are, if it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk. What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our side.
Oh, if you're talking about who the honors.
Alright, Zhao.
You called?
Instantly!
Ugh, it's Paimon every time. Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Baiju of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The Lantern Rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Our paths have crossed once before.
Ah, okay.
I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me? So someone has been concocting demonic poison. Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Jinxa village. A vile monster
good to
known
know.
as the Ch once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Jinxa village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Ch is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground.
Blood.
However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak. I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary, but when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control.
Alright, see you
If that
later.
happens,
Good luck.
be sure to call my name again. Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
What a strange Adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them. That's Joe for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
Master, there's a problem.
Gray? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoyang. He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now.
Okay. Well,
This weather is perfect for doing nothing at all.
hello, Bennett.
Why are you walking to a wall?
You're right.
What's wrong? Dad?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baishu will be back soon.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baishu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
When Gui left, he was still conscious. But now...
Gui, please take Jialiang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baishu's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to save Jialiang?
What time is it?
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual.
I thought you knew. I thought I said
Wait, where's Dr. Baishu?
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for
He must be
saving
dead.
me.
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with...
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baishu in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler? Baishu hasn't shown his face ever since he...
Yeah, he dead.
Hey, wait up!
He definitely dead, boy. He dead, boy. Boys, he dead.
You're finally awake? That was far too risky. Even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something.
Dying is
Jiang
cool.
Li's design is quite brilliant.
Nope.
She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, how much longer do you think Baishu's gonna nap for? They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just... Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baishu! Changsheng!
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment, and as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, The poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition. Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs. Though it was created from god remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison, it began to impact his cognition. Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiang Li had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiang Li has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jialiang's life, Jiang Li has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Jiang Li would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible, whatever the cost may be.
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jialiang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingsa village and find out where Jiang Li is. Her regular exposure to god remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health. And given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baiju.
It's Jialiang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baiju, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiang Li's sake. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Very well. Then follow me.
Oh yes, another customer for her to collect. Yes, yeah.
Dr. Baiju, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen, and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baishu? Do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
Did I get any? Yo, let's go. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, man. Okay. Not 2 levels, 1 level, though. $64 out of 7. We got quite a bit of work. Alright, let's do it. Alright. Here we are.
It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if
The Mother Lode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way. Yes, I'm sure of it.
I'm waiting to do this.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay? Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me. Then let's hurry.
Let's go. Okay, so, good and bad news. This is, needing a Geo character.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead? The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel. A thieves' tunnel?
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave. But she said that the method would cause me to, curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Easy, Jialiang. Come on.
I'm gonna be honest, I kind of prefer my other characters.
Here!
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A
I'm back.
monster-repelling incense? You sure? 'Cause we did run into that group of monsters just now.
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This sensor, it belongs to Jiangli. Yes, this was the place. This is where I told Jiangli to give me the poison.
Jialiang!
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us.
Waiting for him.
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead.
Sorry, man, you
we
can't.
made a pact together to.
Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about.
Alright, I'm back.
We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
The doctor will see you.
Okay. So... Wonder what those symbols would be if they were. They were translated.
Here you are.
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up. I'll catch up. Yep.
The process of elimination.
Book learning alone is not enough to cultivate intelligence. All those scholars in the academia are prime examples.
I'm back. Sorry. Alright. No. Actually, hold on. Hopefully... Nah. Too far. Oh, no? No, it's not. Apparently too far. There we go, that's what I thought.
Zhongli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Leave it all to me. limpio. Steady as stone. The doctor will see you.
Remember, health comes first.
Flicker. Scatter.
Okay. Alright, here we go. Alright. No, super cool epic cutscene.
Dr. Baiju!
Nope.
How serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away! It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baiju said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect. And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him! Baiju, you're a great doctor! Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiang Li, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
Dr. Baiju, give it to me straight. How long does Jiang Li have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art...
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baiju, I'm all too aware of the dangers of god remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiang Li have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see IU grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiang Li back, then even if I die...
Jialiang...
After cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life. Traveler, Dr. Baiju, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. Just a moment, that's all.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Jialiang... Baiju, Changsheng... Is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiang Li will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Zhongli would not have had to resort to unnatural methods.
What a crazy situation! Jiangli risked it all to save Jialiang's life, and now Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiangli! What's the point of it all?
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you. So, I know that you'll both be okay without me. I've said my goodbyes.
He just broke it?
My time has come.
As you wish.
Alright, now it's super cool cutscene time. No? Never mind.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad.
Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have. Oh, how I would love to hear your voice one last time.
Okay, that was kinda sad. Yeah. Or I just went the complete opposite direction. What is it with these waypoints facing the complete opposite direction of where I want to go?
Came here. We even brought offerings and everything. And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to Squash Liyue Harbor! We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants something, we can just use that. Huh? Traveler, did something catch your eye? Whoa, what a pretty lady! Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer? Yeah, you're right. All it takes is one look and you can tell she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country. Okay, but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello? Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this. Hello. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two... What is this tomfoolery? Has the shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
Wait, you're... Huh? You're the illuminated bird? But you look... human! How did that happen?
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
So, you're indulging now because?
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor. Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place! In fact, Paimon can think of several examples, like that time when you suddenly appeared on top of a roof without any warning! Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
I have 2 Adeptus Temptations. Okay.
Well, this is all Paimon's got. You don't mind, right?
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one values above all else. So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
That kinda makes Paimon feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. Anyway, right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe. It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can come too.
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again. However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
Is that so? If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yuehai Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
Sounds great! Then let's all go to Liyue Harbor!
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late. One can count on one talon the number of times she returns to Mount Outsong each year. Shenhe has also secured employment recently. In her correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future. Do they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
Why does she keep on calling herself one? Alright. We're going back. The place that once belonged. No, I'll hate them. How could you?
What was that way high pavilion? Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this?
Probably.
I have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go? Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time. One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Alright then, we'll just pass on your regards and...
Cloud Retainer?
Don't do that. Oh, no. Excuse me. What?
Oh, busted.
Is that lady someone you know, Miss Ganyu?
She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full. Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
Oh, not to worry, Miss Ganyu. I'll make the necessary arrangements right away.
Thank you, Huixin.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this Cloud Retainer of whom you speak. One is simply a mere mortal passerby.
Never talk like that again. You are a terrible actor. See, even she immediately knows.
Seems she's not buying it.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
An apt observation. One was simply passing by while attending
This
to
is
some
so cringe.
important
This is so
business.
cringe.
One thought it would only be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important... Oh, Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got something super important to do, so we can't stay here for too long today.
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today. A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
I understand. That should be...
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body. It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
Cloud Retainer! Stop!
If you insist. We are running short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story.
Wow, You've been to so many new places since the last time we spoke. If you ever need anything, please just come find me at Yuehai Pavilion. Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
Yeah.
A human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is surely too recognizable as a name.
You really think so? Not that you're not famous or anything, but that famous?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Shenyun.
Shenyun. Zhao and Shenyun. Okay, so tell me, what? BRB, I'm gonna go ahead, get a refill on mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is too good.
Can you?
BRB. Alright, we're back.
I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion. An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
Oh, Paimon.
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
And what of it?
Oh, come on,
Did you truly
Paimon.
take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
Not exactly.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts. It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent day and night praying to the Adepti. Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding of all the pain and desperation during that time. On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today. The books had this to say about what happened. Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague were both driven away, and the people were saved.
Wow, that's incredible!
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely with one art, and even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Even so, you stopped an entire
Humble.
drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said?
Yes, actually.
Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before. You're not too mad, are you?
So good news.
How
Excellent.
laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
We'll say, Zhang Yun, very humble. I appreciate that.
That's a relief. In that case, Paimon will continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
Garbage bin.
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration? Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
That is a lot of questions.
That's only like 3 or 4.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally. Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently.
Ooh.
So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers,
That sounds like
and
fun. Cool.
Shanling still off and out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
Dare I say.
I see.
Cracked
Most
like
excellent
5 knuckles.
indeed.
Well, not 5 knuckles.
One has had the pleasure of
4,
being introduced
4.
to that family.
Well, not
Xiangling
9.
is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult. Now, it is
so you
almost
think?
time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin Restaurant in person and see how Shenhe is doing.
Huh? But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
See you around, Ganyu! Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think? As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
No.
No, in fact, it was not an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Wait, for real?
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
Huh. She really seems to be playing up the whole mysterious
Oh.
Jialiang. Jialiang! Jialiang! Jialiang!
Dad, are you awake?
Jiangli, are you? Didn't I... Huh? What are these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange or different in any way? If so, could you describe it to me in detail?
Dr. Baishu, I thought that I was going to...
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
What?
Zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death.
No! Are you serious?
Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I'm as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Hu finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
Exactly. That's what I thought. Yep.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jialiang's iron will. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them. And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Hu's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before we set off for Qingce village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiangli in time.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Yep.
Director Hu told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baiju's attention.
Yeah, you're right.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell.
All I wanted was to help Jia Liang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey more difficult than it needs to be. Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
You stay away from my dad! When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu, and cure Dad for good!
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng funeral parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you.
Oh, man.
Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Is she finally gone? All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion. At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Zhongli and Ayu around the dinner table.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's go!
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Zhongli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changsheng, would you mind if we took this conversation outside? Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell.
Finally,
in Vale.
we're not being like the middleman of like cooking ingredients or
Changed
something.
one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu. I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
I have to say, Zhongli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your methods.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach, but I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days. Not just that, you even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Huh. Told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changsheng's contract lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Zhongli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases. When I treated Jialiang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties. There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining poison in me will have already dissipated.
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying? I'm in no position to criticize you for this. The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old. And I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another. And then you tried the poison on yourself too. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed.
Those are the exact same words that Genuine
We are
used.
doctors, Zhongli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, You've used the contract with Changshang to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that some of them I don't even recognize. Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad will be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I can only hope so.
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Jiang Li's master, has passed away at a young age. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
It is a very long story.
Is Baizhu a zombie too?
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is, until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
No matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojin. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Baiju, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Changsheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract to anyone else in the future.
Huh? But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
What makes a poison, poison? And what makes a disease, a disease? When it comes down to it, are not both mechanisms that affect the operations of the human body? If disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison. Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Changsheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it? Precisely. I will be Changsheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself. Now you even want to save me. You're getting greedy, Baiju.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us human? For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Dr. Baiju, Traveler, what are you still
We also have coconut milk for Changsheng and Paimon.
Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures, are such things as these not precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
Hearts of healing. Okay. Okay, I got like a few things for weapon enhancing. Alright, 66. 66 out of the 77. Alright, are we ready? I guess on the... Alright.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine lady, eh?
Oh, I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey, how about you ask her?
You do it.
Bro, are you serious?
No. I think you should. Wait,
are you serious?
She's coming.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
What would you like to order?
2 servings of more meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
Shenhe!
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Don't welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this is?
This is Miss Xinyun.
Master?
Huh?
Huh. One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
You...
Is something the matter, Master?
Hardly. Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
And check out the great food, too!
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon. Are you here for Shenhe? The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So, I've got things covered for now. Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them, you mean...
First, I tried to talk sense into them.
Murder.
If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence.
Oh!
At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
Oh, how should Paimon put this?
Oh, a sensible plan. One
sensible
is glad to see you
plan?
integrate so well into human society.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
I see. Just as expected of Master.
Now her name's like Shen Yun. Shan Yun? Anyways. Shan Yun, our cloud retainer.
I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Oh, you did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
Whoa. Her mood shot up just like that.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest. In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day. Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up. Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events. Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so? Huh. With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest. What is a race without spectators, after all?
Have you been lonely, Master?
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed musings can span several days and nights. 'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous. What is the reason for that look upon your face?
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again. I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud Retainer?
To me, they are both, Master. One is the Master that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the Master that I respect and adore.
Huh. One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time. One would almost question the sincerity of your estimations. This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit. Yet one places little weight in such judgments.
She got like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple, and it's as if her ego is about to burst.
Do you have any empty tables?
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
I'll try my best.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
Everything's so tasty! A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Okay, I'll ask around. Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so... Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys? Great! Thanks so much. My name is Shuyu, and this is my granny, Yuendai. Granny? Yep. Is there something wrong with that? No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young. Yeah, a lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears. Granny, why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
Just a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
No,
What?
no, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu. Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird.
Okay, I was
Do
gonna
people
say
actually eat
something,
that?
but...
Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help? Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing. Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning. They died young. It's just me and Granny now.
Ooh. Okay, that's...
Oh, but it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got. Wow, you're really tough for your age, kid. You're too kind.
And me? Oh, what about me?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again? Ah, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Huh? That sounds super
Why
important.
does it sound like
But how come you've never told me about it before?
the start of a
It was
plot?
just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again. Ah, you know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I had it? Now that I do not remember.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Oh, does that mean you're possessed?
Paimon!
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
Huh, you're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
She's an adeptus. I'm calling this.
Granny? This is just getting
I'm calling it right now.
Weird. What is going on here?
That said younger self is her, but in adeptus form.
As one said,
Calling out.
fate must have brought us together. You may leave this situation to me.
Are you sure? So, what are your names?
My name is Cloud. I mean, Jung Yoon.
Paimon's Paimon.
Yes.
Just Shenyun is fine.
Oh, good. She didn't make that mistake. That's good.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back? Oh, we don't need any payment for this. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
What?
But Miss Shenyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
That is elementary.
Going
Since her
into
dreams
the
portray
dream.
her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
It was the big mountain. No?
The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
Someone makes me, I don't know, maybe my little hypothesis was not, so bad, was it?
Okay, taking that as a no. I might have an idea. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster.
Adeptus. Adeptus. Maybe not an adeptus, but like an adeptus that's taken form of like a dementia granny. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why they took a little stare, because maybe they recognized each other from old adeptus times. Maybe if it's not that, then at least half adeptus or part adeptus. That's I'm calling it. Alright, BRB guys. Oh. Lesson number 1 of living. Don't choke on water. Oh. Yikes. Oh, okay. Alright, let's move.
If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
A martial arts heroine? Oh, Shinto knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Are you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Streetward Rambler? Oh, you mean Madame Ping!
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Everyone, please. Always wanted to try this place.
The food is unbelievable.
See, a lot of people here have a lot of names that start with X. Xingqiu, Shangyun, Zhao, Zhongling. So, like, what?
Huh.
I'm
It's
not
you
drunk.
two. What brings you here?
Actually, yes, Zhongling.
Shincho! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure. I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name.
I bet it's her.
All they knew
Has to
was
be.
that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Thanks a lot, Shincho. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Okay. And not the plot reasons, you sure, Xingqiu?
Well,
Xingqiu?
Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Shincho, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of three places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Qingyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those three places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her. You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for the character, she may just be able to help me put the pieces together. It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again. There were even rumors that she became extremely ill. I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
That's a deal. Perhaps behind the
Paimon feels like we just learned some.
Come on, let's move.
There's a drought in this story too.
We told.
Shincho, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them. Like by cultivating the soil or digging canals.
Excuse me.
So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity, to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation. Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyan and the others again. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it.
Wait a minute. It's confirmed?
Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time.
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
My bad. I thought it was like, I don't know, bonus of something to give us false security so you could give us the true plot twist. But we haven't even been half of the story, so we don't know.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, thank you. Straight word, Ping. What has amused you so?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear just the same as ever.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous. What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor, not unlike the one that you yourself lead?
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
talking about?
Yeah, Cloudretainer was literally just about to tell us about how she wanted to stay in Leeway Harbor.
Nothing save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed any useful details?
Shinto has a theory, but let's say
A game theory.
have joined up with us
Thanks
again.
for watching. She chose theory, game theory. Alright, anyways.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
Thank you so much.
What do you think, Shuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in her attic full of a bunch of weird sigils. I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature and at peace.
What?
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Thank you.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you something?
Sure thing. What would you like to know?
I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over there.
What's wrong, Shuyu?
Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant, but are you guys all adepti in disguise?
Oh! About that.
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Shen Yun call herself an adeptus.
Oh, must have been a slip of the tongue. Shen Yun, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Shuyu here what you really meant by that.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
What? Aw, I never knew that. I'm kidding.
I knew it. Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane.
Oh, yeah, okay. This is getting interesting.
I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky.
Be careful what you say, okay?
She put
Careful.
me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house.
Cool
And fed me
Adeptus
some
house.
sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed, and my fever was gone. I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an Adeptus like that?
Yeah, I know someone. Okay. Her name is Shang Yun.
A pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloudretainer?
Never has one met an adeptus
Are you
with
serious?
such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then?
No, it can't be. Has to be Cloudretainer. Has to be. Legit. Has to be. Yes, please tell me it's Cloudretainer.
Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help.
Good thing about this. Dreaming about dreaming. Tell me, have you ever done that? Maybe. Don't answer that question.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one. Let's go to Wangshu Inn first!
Yeah, I'm old. Alright. Warm blanket 3000. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's do this.
Okay, I'll go get Granny.
No, that was way too far. Easy dubs.
Wangshu Inn. Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock. I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again? Let me look.
I'll come with.
Paimon's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh? Whoa! Shell, what are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
Ah, man.
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look. If you're here,
knew it!
Then there's likely no trouble afoot.
I knew
I
it.
suppose there's no cause for concern.
I knew it.
Cloud Retainer.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I see you have returned to your previous form.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war?
Okay, so why do they have similar looking hair?
Wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Ah, move, maggot. We gotta move. We gotta move quick, maggot. Nope.
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang continuous fire mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
Bro, that is hilarious. Come on. Peak storytelling.
An impressive imitation.
What?
Knows her all too well.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape? When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor. and always in her avian form. Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago when she decided to don her human form. I believe it was for the purpose of...
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matters.
What? No!
Are you okay?
Back then, at this place,
Perhaps this conversation should end here. I shall take my leave now. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name. However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
Everyone! I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
A long time ago, I stayed here to recuperate from my illness.
Huh. So what
yeah.
Shinto said was true! You did fall ill! Was that why you went into hiding?
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no cure for it. I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why. One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills. He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
Oh, come on, no!
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago? And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
Yeah, I do not like this attitude, though. My brother always says these kind of things, okay?
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Next location. Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Dwayun Karst next?
Wait, are we gonna get a super cool weapon like we did for Mr. Canadian Man?
There isn't really a landmark there, so
Please,
where
come
should we
on.
start?
Come on. Come on.
Paimon's got it. Let's check out the houses in the area first. After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
They're taking us like 7 out. Alright, come on. Alright, where are we going now? Alright. I'm back to my blanketed form of a blanket monster. What? What? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No!
Don't let any of it roll away now.
Whoa, why are there so many treasure hoarders here?
I can find the weapon we are. Wait, why do I still have no well on my team, bro? No! The Electro! Ah, man. So sad. Mr. Blanket Monster is not sad.
Do you remember anything about this place, Granny Wendy?
Let me think. I feel like I've been here before, but I don't think I stayed here too long. I might have just rested here briefly before continuing on my way.
Got it. That's okay. There are still plenty of other places we can check.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me. Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
Oh, thank you. Then Paimon will help herself.
Really get in.
Leave it all to me. As a dutiful maid would.
Ah, yeah! That's what I'm thinking.
All in a day's work.
Yeah, thank you. If you don't mind.
I won't hold you back.
Yeah, I got you to level 80, buddy. I could do it. Oh, not again. Sadly. Defeat all the treasure hoarders. No honor among thieves.
With the wind!
Yeah, with the wind! Like what he said.
You're open!
Burn to death. Why do I feel like this is going to be some kind of domain opening? This is still going to be a domain opening. Okay.
Quicker.
Guaranteed. Nope. Yes. Now we should continue forth. Alright, Blanket Monster has overheated due to blanket exhaustion.
Why don't we take a break over there?
This place... it's...
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Shuyu. This is where your father was born. It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back. I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy, and so are you, Shuyu. You're so much like him, and I love you both so much. But you're always going to be different from me. Why? Just what did I do?
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than anything.
You're too sweet, Shuyu. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here, to try to remember what I had forgotten. All right. Let's not stand around any longer. There's one place left, yes? Let's go take a look.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Chinyu Peak. You and I.
That's way too far. I could just walk.
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top. Oh, such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you end up losing everything. My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not. You have my aid in this endeavor.
We're finally here. Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny One Day?
Let me see. How strange. Have I lived here before? When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture myself in those places. But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
But did the stories get it wrong then? Yeah, that's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Uendai's memory just like the others.
I'm sorry to disappoint you two.
It's all right. We're not going to give up yet. We'll figure something else out. Just you wait.
Thank you. If only I could remember. Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
Aha!
Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
She's an adeptess.
Granny, are you
Or
okay?
at least part of adeptess.
Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something that makes you sad.
Mount Outsong, What am I really?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
It does, but I can't go back.
Are you feeling unwell?
My head, it feels all heavy and dizzy. What is wrong with me?
Cloud, Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
But...
Fret not, all will be well. You and you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can aid you in suppressing the fear in your heart and restoring your lost memories. It currently resides at Mount Outsong.
Wait, really? When did you do that?
I never leave anything to chance. All will reveal itself when we arrive.
What? Oh, okay. You think you can... Okay, I guess you can.
Let's light it up.
I guess you can. I get it, okay? You're cool. Genuine harsh.
Here, this is it.
I saw it.
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got here? Oh, is it another invention of yours?
Precisely. A recent one at that. I am most pleased with the result. I call it the Suspensus Somnium mechanism. It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a semi-hypnotic state.
Currently I'm playing Genshin Impact, but whenever I get done, I can join you.
I was gonna stream.
I mean, it should only take me a few minutes. I think we're getting to the end.
What are you doing? Streaming?
Yeah, I'm streaming Genshin Impact. I'm getting done with the story quest I'm working on right now.
Soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and
Yep,
insomnia.
that's what it's called.
Its potential uses are numerous indeed. And of course, it can also aid in the recovery of lost memories.
You should go over to like where you get other games, like digital. Like just.
I found it.
You found it? Yeah.
New product. You have to buy it.
Nah, it should be free. It was free for me.
Download. There we go.
Yeah.
Whoa, what a cool gadget!
Alright, well, I'll figure out how to make videos on it.
Why did you keep it to yourself until just now?
Yeah, you can edit videos with it.
Great. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. Alright, see you, man.
See you in a couple minutes.
Alright, see you, bro. Alright, guys, I'm back. Alright, so, I'm going to be streaming with Schaefer here once the story quest is complete. Which should be soon. What am I talking about? Which should be soon. For real.
How preposterous. We Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer in way of assistance.
Paimon thinks she gets it now.
As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
Whoa, Paimon can feel what you mean. Paimon's body feels light as a feather. It's as if she's lying down on a warm patch of grass after a super satisfying meal.
And you, Yuendai, is the mechanism helping you to relax? It appears she has already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side.
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Please. Please, no. Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left. The you of the past, the me from not that long ago. We should have never.
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar.
Granny! Granny, are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
Now she's intrigued.
Your memories have returned.
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean... you already knew each other?
Yes. I now remember everything. Everything.
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so much trouble on my behalf. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was the truth of what I once was.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions. Perhaps one should recount the story on your behalf while you compose yourself.
No, it's okay. Now that I've remembered, I must face my memories head on. Shuyu, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for all your help. I'm ready to tell you my story, if you're willing to listen.
I am.
Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter. I love you more than anything. Nothing you say can change that.
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exactly the same.
What's wrong?
It is
Bro,
for
what
this
happened?
reason that you deserve to know the truth. Some time ago, I made a terrible mistake. One for which I could never atone.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Joyun Karst?
Yes.
What happened?
Maybe.
I am, in truth, not a human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that
That's
of a
what I
wild
thought.
crane.
Okay, I did not think about a purely white crane. No, I thought of, like, an Adeptus. I was right by that. Yo.
I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, became aware of my existence and began to share many stories with me. She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me. Though she never took, I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an...
50 years ago?
That's right. She was the one, but I was still... She warned me.
Oh no. So that was...
Was it because of...
Indeed. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued.
Oh no.
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked, but that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from along with my Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such...
Granny! What's wrong?
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adept master.
Human custom. One still remembers when you were but a fleck. One found you...
Wait! I'm so glad we take...
One was furious upon...
Alright guys, me and Jake are gonna be getting on Fortnite. We're gonna be trying to do Nick at 30 Cup. Alright, bye!